This is the English service of Radio South Africa. The time is 8:30.
We now present a special feature on... For goodness sake, stop fooling with that electric cable. Around the ear, you know. We now present karate. From the mysterious Far East comes the deadly art of the naked hand, along with the terrifying art of the sweaty foot. So far east has this mystery been that it's taken almost 5,000 years to reach the Western world, which is not saying much for the Kowloon airline service. Nevertheless, having reached the West, the whole face of this dangerous art has changed. That includes the faces of a number of unsuspecting students as well. But those were the early days when karate students fought to the death. The rules have changed since then. Now karate students fight for their lives. What did you do that for?
I just can't stand all this violence on the radio anymore.
Listen, that must be our Japanese contact approaching.
Yes, it's good old Sam Pam, scourge of the geese of baths. I believe it's a bit of a drift here, huh?
We're on the doorknob.
But, Sam Pam, I thought you were on horseback.
Good morning, gentlemen.
Morning.
I do not make use of horse. Feet are callous and hardened from kicking at planks and tiles.
Well, that's incredible, Sam Pam, but why is it that you still get mugged with regular monotony in Okinawa Central Park?
That is because no one attack me with a plank or tiles these days. But listen, you must assist in saving my friend How Long from unjust imprisonment and a fate worse than death.
Oh dear, oh dear. What fate could be worse than death, Sam Pam?
Falling off a Japanese motorcycle in front of all his female admirers.
Meanwhile, deep in the bowels of a fetid Japanese prison, strange noises are heard from a dark and dripping dungeon. Yes, it's that well-known artist of the naked hand, How Long Now, practicing his shadow boxing while serving a life imprisonment term of 3 years. And one moment now, while I call to him through this steel grill.
How long now? How long now?
About another 6 months, and then no more of this terrible prison food.
What do you intend doing once you've been released? How long?
I am planning to take an ultimate test of unarmed combat. It is the most difficult test of survival known to man.
How long? You must tell us what this test is all about.
Quite simple, gentlemen. I am going to walk along a Durban docks at midnight with 10 rand notes hanging out of my pocket.
Oh, but How Long, this is crazy. You can't do this, How Long? How long? How do you expect to survive?
About 5 seconds, if I'm not very careful.
Time passes quickly, and the time for that dreaded test has come. We find the powerfully built martial artist quietly meditating on Durban's South Beach. Soon he will arise and go to meet his fate. But there is no sign of fear on How Long's serene face. He is ready and determined to prove himself. His hands, knees, and feet are blackened with hard calluses.
I've got news for you. Those aren't calluses. Those are oil slicks which you picked up while meditating on the beach.
Well, there he goes, on his way to do what the gods command. Good luck, How Long?
Oh, I do hope he comes out alive.
Yeah, just think if he doesn't succeed. I mean, it'll be such a waste of money on all those karate lessons.
Well, at least he'll have his health, you know. Karate keeps him very fit.
But wait. Listen to all that horrible screaming and shouting. Hope it's not How Long in trouble.
I'm afraid it is. Here he comes now. Look at that scruffy horde chasing him over the sand. Oh, I can't look anymore.
Help! Help! Oh, no! Oh, no! I give up! I cannot go on! I am up to the end of my power! Help! Help! Somebody and the boat of fish are around, he says.
Get back, ladies! Get back, please! This is no way to treat this. Martial artist, get back there, please! Now, tell us how long. What seems to be the matter?
My hand.
Oh.
I cannot feel my hand.
This is terrible. Just look at that hand.
Yeah.
Look at it.
It is the worst case of a right horse cramp I have had in a year.
Please, get back, ladies. Get back. There'll be no more autographs, at least until tomorrow. Now, please go quietly. Oh, well, how long? You didn't pass the test as well as you expected. At least you are alive to fight another day. We're very proud of you, How Long.
Thank you, kind friends. But who needs an out-of-work karate man? People do not fight like they used to. I remember good old days when there were ducktails and jollers on Heavenly Corner. Those were such happy days when I used to hobble along on a walking stick and arm in a plaster. Then they would attack me, and I would surprise them out of their minds. Those were the days.
Oh, don't feel too bad, How Long. We've got a lovely job for you in the studio. Just step this way, please. I'm sure you'll love this.
Right. Just hand me that piece of music.
Where shall I put it?
Just place it between these two chairs. That's right. Thank you. Now, How Long? You will be so kind as to smash this piece of music with your naked, bare hand.
You mean it like this?
Thank you so much, How Long. It's just what we wanted. A music break.
It's a pleasure.
Now it's time for another of those canopies and recipes from Barbara Make-Fuffston.
If you have a family, you'll realize how important it is to have something in your repertoire which allows the younger ones to experiment in the kitchen. But more than that, also give them the chance to have a stab at making their own confectionery. But problems can, of course, arise when one has offspring who are inclined to run amok in the kitchen. But I am a firm believer in the principle that children can be stunted psychologically if not allowed a fair amount of head. And I do think that sweet making in the kitchen can be a wonderful replacement to most South African teenagers anyway. What uncertain love trysts, which often take place in the synthetically sweet cinema down the road. I'm sure you'll have no problem in I think is quite undoubtedly the coup de maître in the confectionery catalogue. It's a recipe, or actually in this case I suppose one could almost say a project, which will keep those little darlings busy and, one never knows, perhaps put one or more of them on the road to becoming a master confiseur. The formula is called Colonel Darryl Levy's Sticky Toffee, and it really works. You just take 4 pounds of butter and combine with a few tins of golden syrup, which has been preheated in a moderate oven. Add plenty of cream of tartar, and make sure that you tell the dear ones that this is a very special recipe, and probably should only be tackled by adult gourmet chefs. When they argue violently, smile gently and withdraw from the kitchen. But when the animated chatter dies down, it will almost certainly be because the sweet things have discovered they cannot really do anything with the toffee. Clear brown granite might be a better description. It all makes life easier when they'll have no more ideas about Saturday afternoon in the kitchen, and will indeed leave you alone to enjoy well-earned bye-byes in the comfort of a home unpolluted by agonized screams and aggressive yells. Oh, a final footnote. A similar plan is available for husbands who aspire to making you that Italian speciality they've always been talking about. This particular plan can cause minor injury, but it is worth it in the long run.
Do you remember that song, Sunita, from 5 Pennies?
You know, honestly, Mr. Orchid, I think they're probably dating you, but I don't even remember.
Don't you? Oh, it was a lovely musical. It was Danny Kaye and Louis Armstrong. There was some lovely music in it, too. I was thinking about it while I was just sitting here playing with the guitar, you know?
What's that little guitar you got there, Mr. Orchid?
I borrowed it from Michael. Rather cute one. Yeah, let me sing you this, Sunita. I'm sure you must have heard it somewhere. See if I get it right now. Oh, won't you play the music so the cradle can rock? You want to play the right in right time. Sleepyhead, ignore the end of the clock. Play a lullaby in the right time. He can tell the Sandman is on his way. By the way that they play, a thrill as the thrill of a thrush in a twilight hush. I love that place there, and then we used to come in with, so you can hear the rhythm of the ripples on the side of the boat as you sail away to dreamland. High above the moon you hear a silvery note as the Sandman takes your hand. So rock-a-bye, my baby, don't you cry, Sunita, sleepy time is now. Won't you rock me?
It's incredible, Mr. Orchid. You've been playing the guitar now for 2 months.
Oh, I'm so out of practice, Anita, really. Oh, well. We had been thrown into the unknown by the man known only as the manager. We all landed in a huge warehouse sort of affair, and then Sunita's sister, her nearly twin sister, Bernice, had told us that all the junk, those was really all antiques. Well, we walked along a long, narrow corridor to Bernice's office to use the telephone. I gave the direct dialing code to Vota, and then suddenly we saw it. The Christmas card with the cigarette burned through it. It looked as though we were well on the way to getting even more muddled as we carried on with this bit.
Alfredo, an audiophonic essay on an intrigue in Mexico. Oh, for pity's sake, Darryl, will you stop pronouncing platitudes and think of a way out of this situation?
No. It's no good. No, I can't. But I do feel like an ice cream soda right now. Raspberry.
Oh, I know it's so terribly hot in here.
Well, what are we going to do?
All we have to do now is to get a pair of vernier calipers and measure the diameter of that cigarette burn. Then the number of millimeters is the number of paces away from the third shelf. And that's where the key is.
Right. Well, all we need now is a pair of caterpillar calipers, and then we're all set.
Oh, where are we going to get something like that?
Quite a business. All this looking for calipers in strange underground antique storehouses. But then again, it makes life interesting, you know. We were wondering what to do about getting those vernier calipers when suddenly the intercom buzzed on the wall in Bernice's office.
Hello? Hello?
Hello, Mr. Murray.
Yes?
I'm here with Miss Rabinowitz.
What on earth are you doing there, Philemon?
I'm interested to buy the house. You know, the antique furniture.
For goodness sake, get here now, Philemon. We've got to try and escape from this hellhole. The whole thing is totally ridiculous.
Right, I'm coming right away.
Can you bring that ice cream soda?
Yes, tell Mr. Rabinowitz to wait there. It was just that something made me feel that all was not right with Bernice Rabinowitz. I thought that perhaps she was in cahoots with the manager. I was hoping that Philemon might have seen something or discovered something that would help us in our hours of terror.
Come on now, it's not all that bad.
Oh, Hat, please don't prompt me now. I can't handle the whole thing. It's not my idea of fun.
But what about those pioneering days at high school?
What pioneering days? What? Oh, come in.
Hello, sir.
Quick, close the door.
One raspberry ice cream.
Have you worked out anything about getting us some kind of measuring instruments?
What is it you mean, sir?
Didn't you want anything to drink, Walter?
We have got to get calipers to measure the cigarette burn in the Christmas card.
Right, come with me.
Where are you taking us, Philemon?
Where is it, sir?
Well, where are we? What is that?
Well, it's not the shop I'm curious.
Oh, my goodness, gosh. Oh, gracious and goodness, gosh.
It's the manager.
No, it's not the manager, sir.
What on earth? Who is it then?
No, I only look like him.
And you sound like him, too.
But you can't win them all.
What is the shop, please? And are we thousands of feet underground?
All at once, just one question at a time.
It is a measuring instrument shop.
Yeah.
Right. One pair of vernier calipers, please.
Drink here or take it away?
No, we've got to find the measurement of the cigarette burn on the...
We'll have that pair over there, if we may. The yellow and maroon.
No, that's a battery charger.
Well, just hurry up and give
Mr. Murray. The traffic cop is outside, eh?
Traffic cop.
Mr. Murray, it's the traffic cop.
Well, of course, now I am stark staring crazy. Just send him in, will you, please?
Right.
Traffic cop. Side now. I mean, what the hell is this whole thing? It's so...
Hello, Mr. Murray.
It's like a...
Your number PRDK 565645666768.
How can you be 10 miles underground near the Badlands of San Fernando?
Transfer from Springs.
We made our way back to the office and measured the burn in the Christmas card. It was 11 millimeters.
Right, so now we must walk 11 paces away from the third shelf.
Yes, but where in heaven's name is the third shelf?
Look, over there.
Yes, I see. Yes, well, all right, for pity's sake, let's get started.
Right. My nerves can't stand it. Right, that's 11 paces.
Now, the key should be there, Captain.
Shall I make tea, sir?
There's no key here, but only a small orange door.
Yes?
A small sign hanging here says, gone to lunch back at 2 o'clock.
But what does the main sign say?
Oh, you mean the small flashing neon sign?
Yes, the small flashing neon sign.
Oh, I almost ignored that. It was so obvious, so flashy, you know.
What does it say?
Don't be so impatient. G.J. Furry, locksmith.
You know, this whole thing is starting to get a bit silly now. But I suppose that truth is stranger than fiction. Oh, yes, as far as I know, this actually happened to them. But then I suppose you're entitled to ask the question, how far do I know? Well, tune in next week, too.
Alfredo, a Mexican mission in the Badlands of San Hernando.
And now, Tunes and Titles, presented by Bill King.
Morning, ladies. This is Bill King here in Cape Town for the makers of Jackal's toothpaste, fast hold denture cement. Bright and shiny eye drops, quickly washing up detergent, now in the new 10-litre size, sparkle furniture polish, sunray margarine, blue gum cough syrup, and new improved shaft hair shampoo. Once again, a big competition with gift hampers going off of our sponsors' products, and our regular interview with Neville Rowdy in London, talking today with stage, screen, and radio personality Gracie Fields. Unfortunately, their time is up, so until next week, when, once again, the makers of Jackal's toothpaste, new improved fast hold denture cement, bright and shiny eye drops, quickly washing up detergent, now in the new 10-litre size, sparkle furniture polish, sunray margarine, blue gum cough syrup, and new improved shaft hair shampoo. Until next time, this is Bill King in Cape Town saying goodbye from Tunes and Titles.
Here is our regional news for the Transvaal. All restrictions on lemonade drinking have been lifted in Putusdal. The administrative coordinator now feels that lemonade is not really all that much of a hassle because not many people drink it anyway. Lemonade licenses are optional, but can of course be transferred to next of kin without change of address or witnesses. Too many cars have been arriving at Bykesfontein recently, and a meeting of the Council of 54 decided that to be fair to the residents of the town, there would have to be a restriction on the number of cars allowed to enter the town. From the town clerk.
We were worried about the influx of cars because we don't have parking meters yet, and felt that it was high time that we did. In this connection, we're working towards this end with that aim in view. I now transfer you back to the studio.
No cars are to be allowed on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Sundays, and on the remaining days, hitchhiking will be encouraged. The local authority for tapes and broadcasting in Great Warringdal has decided to allow in his budget for a speech and drama award. Plans to allow the other plans to go through are being planned at the plenary, and Cal Stastenfjord is now banned outright. From Bloemfontein, Jack Spratzenmuir.
No, she's not here.
And that is the end of our regional news. The Gently Does It shop on Tripity Corner.
I'm terribly sorry, Mr. Murray. What must I do?
Well, pick it up for starters. I'm terribly
Please be
sorry about
careful
that.
about you.
I'm terribly sorry about that.
You
I
must,
must apologize. It accidentally just sort of came loose there.
But what must I do?
Just pick it up and put it back on the door. Allow me to just pick it up and put it on the door. Allow me to introduce myself. Marie is the name. Motor Marie from the...
I'm sorry, sir. What?
What was
Please
that?
do try and be careful. Just to leave it here.
Yes, just leave it there. I'm from the Valkyrie nurseries out at Ferndale, please. And perhaps you've heard of me. I've got these
Shall I just go to
interesting
the,
articles,
repart
these
the carpet?
items here that I'd like you to have a look at.
I'm sorry,
Value
Mr.
it.
Murray,